Hey, what is up everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you here today. Last week we were able to make a couple of videos on the WWE Saudi Arabia show Crown Jewel. Since then, nothing much has really changed. There's a lot of rumors about the Crown Jewel event not happening in Saudi Arabia anymore, but as of this time, nothing is really 100% official. But last week in WWE, we were able to finish up who is going to be competing in the WWE's World Cup. It's going to be an 8-man tournament, considering of 4 first-round matches that would turn into 2 more matches and then having 1 more final. This is the closest WWE's done to having a King of the Ring tournament as of late, and as of the last few King of the Ring tournaments, the Crown Jewel tournament looks to be a star-studded event of, past and present superstars competing to see who is going to win that World Cup. We have John Cena, we have Jeff Hardy, Kurt Angle, we've got Randy Orton, and the returning Rey Mysterio, basically headlining the event with Miz, Dolph Ziggler, and Seth Rollins also sort of competing in it. So, as of this time, we don't really have a tournament bracket to see who's going against who, with only 3 heels and 5 baby faces in this. We're going to be getting some sort of, I guess you can say, dream match in the first round, I guess you can say. It's fun to see who John Cena would compete against. In my opinion, with John's schedule right now, with John being a movie star, we saw how much John was able to actually wrestle at the Super Showdown. My fear is that something like this is going to happen with Crown Jewel, where John won't be able to take any bumps due to his movie schedule. And I guess you can say the same thing that movie people do not let them wrestle. We had this with The Rock at WrestleMania 32. We had this with John Cena in the past. I don't know who's going up against John Cena in the first round, but whoever it is, if it's a Miz or a Dolph Ziggler, that would be one way to sort of pad their current superstar stats, with being able to say they defeated John Cena in the first round. But that easily is my first prediction for the Crown Jewel World Cup, is that Cena's going down in the first round. And with Kurt Angle, his current storyline of him being on vacation and having more of a storyline going against Baron Corbin more than anything else, is that I think that Kurt Angle is going to be somebody who moves on in the event, and then more than likely Baron Corbin is the person that costs him from winning either a match or even winning the whole thing. I don't see them using Kurt Angle to come in, wrestle one match, and lose. So I would see him sort of moving on in there. Whoever wrestles against Rey Mysterio, whether if it's a guy like Seth Rollins, whether if it's a guy like Kurt Angle, whether if it's a match against John Cena, a match that we never thought we would see again. The one match that they keep doing on house shows is Jeff Hardy teaming with Rey Mysterio. So I don't really see them having a match right now at this current time, even though that would be one thing that would make a lot of fans tune in to see a match that we never ever thought we were ever going to be able to see. So as of right now, my official prediction for this is that I think that I see a guy like Seth Rollins winning the Crown Jewel World Cup. I was really honestly hoping that it was going to be Dean Ambrose that won his match against Dolph Ziggler to be competing in the World Cup, and then sort of leading up to a Seth Rollins versus Dean Ambrose match. In my opinion, I thought that would have been cool, because a few weeks ago on Monday Night Raw, with the storyline they're running that as of how long the Shield will actually be together, Dean Ambrose had a chance to have a match against Seth Rollins, a match against Roman Reigns, or a match against Braun Strowman, and the match was honestly sort of picked for him, but there was a promo done in the back later between Rollins and Ambrose, where Ambrose was calling out Rollins basically to say thank you to him, because if he would have taken the choice to have a match against Ambrose, or Ambrose would have taken the chance to have a match against Rollins, he would have been Intercontinental Champion at this time. So That's one way to sort of, figure out what's going to be going down with this. But it's going to be fun. I would like to see Cena versus Miz one more time. But there's a lot of ways that they could draw this tournament up to give us some really good matches that we never thought we'd see in WWE, or, just be really good to see on the show itself.